So I want to start by just reiterating what Professor Kelly said, that this is a very, very rare event, and it is a highly precautionary position that Australia can take because we're in our fortunate position with COVID. All vaccines have adverse effects, some serious. Flu vaccines do. The Pfizer vaccine has a risk of anaphylaxis, which we've seen. But this syndrome, after all of the work we've done with the UK and Europe, does seem to be a real syndrome, and we now feel that at an abundance of caution, given that this syndrome seems to occur mainly in younger people for whom the risk of severe COVID is not so great, that there is a basis to have a preferred recommendation for those under 50. I want to reiterate that we are strongly encouraging those 50 and over to take up the AstraZeneca vaccine. It is a highly effective vaccine at preventing severe COVID. The risk is extraordinarily low. I've had my first dose, I'll have my second dose. It is a vaccine that is very, very effective. And so this is a position that we're in, that we feel out of an abundance of precaution on the evidence we have at the moment. So what does this mean for the program? For phase one, which is vulnerable people, we will pretty much continue as we are. Those over 70 and 80 will continue to get AstraZeneca at their GPs and be confident in its efficacy and its safety. For those healthcare workers under 50, they will now be prioritised to Pfizer, and that might delay that particular phase of 1B. But that's the only phase that might be delayed. The important thing is that all of the vulnerable people, those vulnerable to severe COVID, will be covered as we planned by the middle of the year. Clearly, when we move into the broader younger population later on, we will have to recalibrate by reprioritising some Pfizer for younger people. And we are now reviewing all of the vaccine purchases we've made. You know, we have 51 million Novavax coming later in the year. We're looking at when we can bring other vaccines forward and continuing under the advice of the committee I chair to look at all of our vaccine portfolio. We always had a diverse and redundant portfolio, and we will look forward. But we will have to replan the prioritisation of the program, replan with the states and territories who are our partners in this endeavour, how we will deliver vaccines. And we'll have to come back at a later stage with better estimates on when things in each phase will be completed.